Let's have a look at an example of a ticket system in a tourist attraction. The tourist place of attraction is a botanical garden that you can walk around and enjoy its beauty. It also has a beautiful palace. The palace is not yet opened for visitors, so they can only see the structure from outside. The visitor ticket to see this place costs $10. So now let's take a look at how our ticketing application looks like. We have basic ticket class representing the ticket itself. It has a method to return the cost of the ticket. So the method will return 10 in this case. It also provides a method to return the description of the ticket. In this case, it returns a string called Botanical Garden. The other class is called Ticket Processor, responsible for printing the ticket. It calls methods on basic ticket object to get the cost and description. Then it uses the information to print the ticket. The reason why we have a separate class for this is because in future we want this class to also email the ticket when they introduce online booking. The last but not the least, the ticket app class, which is the main class working with other classes to get the ticket printed. So when a visitor wants to purchase a ticket, Ticket app will create an instance of basic ticket. It will then ask ticket processor object to print the ticket by passing the ticket object. Ticket processor calls method on the ticket object to get the description and the cost. It then prints the ticket. So far, so good. After some time, the tourism department decides to open the palace for the visitors. The visitor can go inside the palace and spend time looking at the internal structure and all the royal stuff. The visitors have to pay an additional fee of $5 for the inside entry. Since this is an option that visitors can choose, we have now two ticket options. The basic ticket for only the garden that costs $10. This is the minimal ticket fee which must be paid. The other ticket is the one that includes the palace tour. The ticket cost is $15. Now let's see what is needed in the application to accommodate this change. First, the basic ticket class. We add a Boolean variable to indicate if the palace tour should be included. Based on the variable, its two methods to get the cost and the description will be updated. The getTicketCost will add a condition to check if palace tour needs to be included. If yes, then add $5 more to the base ticket cost. Similarly, the getDescription method also adds a condition to check if palace tour needs to be included. If yes, it will concatenate a string palace tour to the variable which is initially set to the string Botanical Garden. Ticket app class will have knowledge about the preference of the visitor. Therefore, it will now pass a Boolean when constructing basic ticket object. This Boolean parameter will be set to true if palace tour needs to be included. Rest of the code remains the same. The software is running just fine with your changes for the palace tour. Now, seeing the popularity of the tourist attraction, the tourism department introduces a toy train ride for an additional cost of $10. As a result of this, we now have 2 more tickets introduced. One with the basic ticket plus the train ride. The other with both the options, palace and the train ride included. And by now, you can understand how the code will look like. In the basic ticket class, additional Boolean variable to check if the toy train is to be included in the ticket. Based on that, the get ticket cost will be updated. And get description will also be updated like before. Ticket app will now pass one more Boolean variable that represents the toy train preference. As you can see, we are having to modify the same code again and again every time there is a new requirement to add a new tourist attraction. By modifying the same code, we are violating one of the famous solid principles, and that is open-closed principle. What does the principle state? Let's say you have one or more classes working together to achieve a functioning component or a system. Now, if you want to extend or modify a functionality, instead of modifying existing code, we should add new code. The reason we don't want to touch an existing code base is because we've already spent a lot of effort in making that piece of functionality stable. So, by modifying the same piece of code, we are destabilizing the already working functionality.